All right, let's look at let's see what they're talking about with this Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. The media apparently got to play this game early. Let's see if this is Far Cry with blue people.
It's been hard to shake the idea that Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is essentially a Far Cry game with a sci-fi setting. That's not an incorrect assumption for several reasons. This is a wilderness set first-person game.
You literally confirmed what I thought this game was.
Animals to hunt, outposts to assault, and items to be crafted. But during a recent 2-hour
I just want y'all to know, I did not watch this video beforehand. I just want y'all to know that.
Frontiers of Pandora has a more interesting set of ideas built atop that Far Cry skeleton. I certainly never expected to put the controller down and be thinking more about Mirror's Edge and Horizon Zero Dawn than I was about the classic Ubisoft formula.
You must secure
Ubisoft, man, the jokes write themselves.
the bond with a final act of trust.
I mean, the trailer from this year confirmed it. Yeah.
Cameron's box office
Let's see if they offer anything new.
You'll know that the world.
Let's speed this up real quick. Let's see, is this too fast?
The world of Pandora is a vast knotted jungle of towering trees, floating mountains.
No, 1.5 is probably better.
And bizarre plant life. The blue-skinned cat-like Na'vi who call the planet home can gracefully navigate that jungle at speed, sprinting along branches and leaping between boughs. That's exactly what you do in Frontiers of Pandora.
Oh my god, you can climb trees with the blue people. Oh my god, I didn't know. What?
Developer Massive Entertainment has effectively made a jungle parkour system that feels like a cousin of the freerunning in Mirror's Edge. It begins with your Na'vi protagonist's strong leap, which boosts you up into and between tree branches. Handholds that are beyond your grasp can often be reached via trailing vines that lift you up like organic elevators. The ground is carpeted by helpful flora, such as bounce pad-like orange fungi and plants that emit a speed-enhancing blue mist.
Wow.
It wasn't long before I began to recognize running routes through the jungle, pathways of blue haze that led to vines.
80% of this game is going to be this shit right here, just climbing up the trees, bro.
Which linked to branch networks. Beyond those developer-plotted routes, a vast amount of what I saw was climbable, allowing for all manner of freeform approaches to your destination. And despite lacking the stickiness of Assassin's Creed's freerunning, I was able to get anywhere I wanted quickly and without any frustrating falls. It's genuinely impressive.
What took you so long? I slowed down for you.
The demo's best example of this jungle parkour came in the
like platformers, TBH? I love platformers. This shit look janky though.
Flying atop a pterodactyl-like Ikran. Before I could bond with one of these leathery-winged creatures, I had to chase it up a mountain that formed a running challenge. The ascent chained together all the movement techniques I'd learned so far and interspersed stretches of climbing with light puzzles, such as having to find and touch a number of flowers to open a doorway. At the summit, I was given my reward, an Ikran to call my own. You can name it a variety of traditional Na'vi names.
So you get your own Zubat.
Mundane, Carol.
A new bond.
Much like a horse in Assassin's Creed, your Ikran can be summoned at any time. Unlike a horse in Assassin's Creed, you can do this while falling from a mountain peak. This is proper movie fantasy fulfillment. Soaring through the skies, you're able to weave between floating sky islands.
Yeah, this is the Avatar. It's a preview of the game.
Despite all that, I'm not quite as sold on traveling via Ikran as I am the on-foot movement. It feels less dynamic and oddly sluggish compared to the more nimble ground systems, and flight controls are a touch awkward. I did enjoy performing explosive flybys against RDA Samsons though, the enemy human helicopters that poison Pandora's skies. As in the films, invading humans are the enemy in Frontiers of Pandora. When it comes to taking them out, there are two broad options: traditional Na'vi weaponry or modern RDA guns. They offer two different approaches. The silent Na'vi bows are best suited to stealth infiltrations, while the loud human guns are for when all hell breaks loose.
How you take down?
The latter happen much. At least in this demo, the enemy.
What the fuck are their bow and arrows made of? To where they're taking down Gundams and shit? Get the fuck out of here.
AI was so brain dead they barely reacted to allies dying right next to them.
Oh. Shitty Ubisoft AI confirmed. That must have been a sound. Shout out to Late Night Owl with the sub. Appreciate it.
The humans ideally need to be smarter because they are squishy and thus can't take much punishment, be that from your arrows or a swing from your fist.
Joe Biden's military.
More competent bad guys will provide Avatar with a much needed.
Yeah, I think it's only third person on the mounts. Everything else is first person.
They stomp around
which is annoying.
Mech suits. These are harder to destroy.
They should have let you pick how you want to play.
Highlight a mech's weak points, such as the pilot, exhaust vents, or missile pods. This reminded me a lot of Guerrilla's Horizon games, in which you scan mechanical beasts for their weak points and blast them off with arrows. And just like in Horizon, you can craft different arrow varieties straight from the weapon wheel, refilling your quiver with suitable ammo on the fly. It feels a bit on the nose for Avatar to pilfer from the other Native American-inspired sci-fi with bows and mechs, but I can't deny that this was the more satisfying side of the otherwise underwhelming combat. While I found
you can tell the AI dumb as hell. You see this shit? This nigga's standing right in front of him. He don't even see him in that big-ass robot.
Underwhelming combat. While I found humans dotted around the Pandoran wilds, my main encounter with them came at one of their industrial bases. This was a welcome contrast to the natural world. All sharply angled steel corridors, bulkhead doors, and concrete floors. Out in the jungle home territory of the Na'vi, I really felt in danger.
I don't remember. The movie sucks. But that would make sense, yeah.
Were constantly on edge.
They got vibranium arrows, basically.
Walkways provided simple stealth routes to avoid the guard patrols and stomping mechs, which posed more significant opposition here thanks to their increased numbers. My objective here was to sabotage several systems in an effort to bring RDA drilling operations to a halt. Doing so was fairly simple. Nothing more complicated than pulling levers or dabbling in a bit of Watch Dogs-ish hacking. And so the real
pull the lever game mode.
challenge was slinking between patrol gaps to do my work unseen. this was, more than anything in the demo, the most Far Cry feeling element, a classic outpost takedown. But thanks to that aforementioned contrast to the natural world, it didn't feel as tired as you might expect. This sort of traditional Far Cry work was a rarity though. If the demo's 2 hours are representative of Avatar as a whole, then a significant portion of your time will be spent doing more peaceful activities.
So how dare you, the movie was awesome. I've only seen the first movie, and the first movie fucking sucks. I haven't seen the second movie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My girl, she Native American. She don't fuck with this shit. So like, if she don't fuck with it, I don't fuck with it either.
Is represented here by an increased hunter-gatherer approach compared to Ubisoft's other games. You need to frequently eat to ensure your health bar regenerates, so picking fruits and preparing meals with them is more central to the experience. Seemingly as a result of that, harvesting isn't a single-button tap job.
We stand in unity and
rotate
shit.
the analog stick to find the right angle to pull from, similar to a lock-picking minigame. You can also hunt, but animals must be
You said damn understandable.
Pandora's wildlife
I'm not joking, by the way.
Side activities on offer were animals tagged by RDA darts, which had to be slowly approached and soothed before the needle was plucked out. This was all achieved by simply holding down one button, and so didn't offer all that much challenge. But I appreciate the thematic dedication to Avatar's nature-loving soul. Similarly, I found
yeah, whatever. This game looks like it fucking sucks. I don't care what nobody says. This shit. I'm not gonna lie. Don't ask me to play this game. I'll play it if I get it for free, but I'm not paying for this shit. This shit confirmed everything that I thought. It's another Ubisoft game with a new coat of paint. You're gonna open up the map and it's just gonna be like somebody threw up on the fucking map. It's just gonna be icons everywhere like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The difference is you play a fucking 8-foot blue pigeon with a bow and arrow. No thank you. What is this shit, Ronan? Why you link me this shit, nigga? Don't link me this DLC. We know what game that is, bro. It's the last 4 games. It's the last 4 games, but they added Baruto. They added 2 new characters, Baruto and Hokage. Hokage Naruto. Don't link. You're done. You're banned from posting any more links, Ronan. It shows the story mode. Nigga, the TV shows the story mode, bruh. I can tell you what happened. Oh shit. So this is crazy. Let me turn my beats. It says that it shows the story mode. The TV shows the story mode. What are you talking about, bruh? Fucking the 4th grade ninja war happens. They fight fucking Madara, and then out of nowhere a fucking witch appears, and the whole Naruto community collectively say, nigga, what the fuck is this bitch, bruh? One of the worst endings ever. Talk about plot armor and bullshit. Bungie's upcoming multiplayer shooter Marathon has reportedly been delayed internally at the studio. I read this morning, apparently they had major layoffs. Let's see. Bungie layoffs. Destiny 2 developer Bungie lays off a dozen of its staff. The full scope is unclear. All we know is it's a lot of people. Okay, so I was right. Earlier this year, as part of Sony's PlayStation Showcase event, Bungie announced that they were bringing back its dormant franchise Marathon in a new capacity. At the time of its reveal, Bungie didn't give any sort of launch window for Marathon and stressed that the project was still in the early stages. Unfortunately, based on new details that have now come about, it sounds like it will take longer than previously expected for the shooter to see the light of day. Based on a new report from Bloomberg, those in charge at Bungie today announced that the Marathon is now targeting a release in 2025. As mentioned, Bungie previously hadn't announced a new release window of any sort for Marathon, which means this isn't a delay in the eyes of the general public. Still, this report suggests that Bungie was potentially looking to release Marathon in some capacity this coming year. I mean, they haven't shown any gameplay, so to me, this isn't a big deal. I think it would be a bigger deal if they showed gameplay and they had people like super excited, but most of y'all are probably not old enough to even remember. Like, Marathon was like the first game I believe Bungie even made. So like, and they're rebooting it, so like people don't have like a super affinity to it. If there's layoffs, if there are financial struggles, I say take your time. Take the time to restructure the company and get it figured out and then come out correctly. I'm not tripping off this shit. I got too many games to play. And you know, hearts always goes out to the people who get laid off. It sucks to see people lose their job. Did you see the Xbox third-party stuff? Nah, what happened? What happened? I've been kind of out of the loop. I've been working on videos all day. Bungie and Naughty Dog are struggling. It's a rough time right now, man. It's a rough time. I saw this right before I started streaming. By the way, has anybody used Opera GX, the web browser? I saw an ad about it, and apparently it has gaming news built into the web browser. Is it good? Does it have good gaming news on there? Is it worth checking out and downloading? Microsoft is killing compatibility for unauthorized Xbox accessories, controllers, adapters, and cheat devices are affected. It even supports AI. Is it good? Can it use Chrome extensions? In an apparent policy change, Microsoft has begun blocking unauthorized accessories like controllers and adapters from the use with Xbox consoles. Users who connect an unlicensed third-party device to the Xbox are given 2 weeks to continue using it before it's blocked from complete use. It's a scam for China to get your info. Wait, what? This is great news. This means people who be cheating in NBA 2K, people who cheat on Call of Duty on Xbox, your little fucking cheat devices are about to get blocked, bitch. Now I need Sony to follow this. I know Microsoft and Sony don't get along too well, but I need y'all to copy one another on this one. We need this blocked on everything. It's Xbox News fucked up the FGZ big time. What did they do? Let me see. Podcast. Xbox blocking. Xbox blocking illegal Bungie layoffs plus marathon delay. Maybe we can put what's that shit? What is this game called? The one with the Pandora. Oh, Avatar preview. Where you get that wallpaper from? Wallpaper Engine. It's on Steam. Oh, the finals beta, put that on there. I think we're doing a podcast this weekend, so you know I gotta stay up on the news. It blocks certain firmware that's not approved by Microsoft. Get it the fuck out of here, man. Let's go to Feedle. Planning to watch Gen V. If the new episode drops tonight, I'm like 2 episodes behind now. I tried to watch the last one the other day and I fell asleep. Not because I was bored, I was just tired. I did watch Five Nights at Freddy. That movie sucks. I've learned from talking about Five Nights at Freddy on Twitter. The Five Nights at Freddy's community is very rabid. You are not allowed to criticize that movie or that game. I think the games suck, but the movie sucked too. I fully expect my video to get a lot of hate that I produced on it. Didn't you fall asleep from that too? Yeah, but I wasn't tired from that. That shit was boring as fuck. The movie was awful. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, like it is. It's not the worst thing I ever seen. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10, like a 4 or 5, but it wasn't good either. It seems like the only people who like that are like diehard Five Nights at Freddy's fans. And then they did a bait and switch in the movie too. Like Corey Kenshin is in the trailer. If you see this movie, this nigga Corey Kenshin is in the movie for like 5 seconds. I hate when Hollywood does that shit, bruh. I'm thinking he had a bigger role. This nigga had like 1 line in the movie. It's a pretty boring movie. I'm a fan and I thought it was ass. Yeah, and people are gonna be like, oh well, it made 130 million. Yeah, because wasn't Matt Pat in the movie too? Oh yeah. His part was ass too. I'll spoil some of the video. I'll tell you what I said. So like, for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna spoil the movie. Matt Pat shows up in this scene early on in the movie, right? Five Nights at Freddy. The people they're in the diner and Matt Pat is the server in the diner. The people he's serving says something, I forgot what they say. And then Matt Pat replies, but hey, that's just a theory. I said, oh my God, nigga. And then you know how I know there's a disconnect? You know, it's like the lines were written by 4th graders. You know how I know there's a disconnect? I looked on Twitter and like the Five Nights at Freddy like fan base, they thought that line was fire. I'm like, bro, you brought this nigga on to say his YouTube catchphrase. Like, let the man act, give him some proper dialogue and shit. Like it's just not a good movie. It's all ass and it made money because it has loser fans that are so diehard for no reason. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, it was like an AI written movie. I'm good off of that shit, bro. There's so many plot holes in the movie. I thought the general plot of the Five Nights at Freddy movie was okay. Like I've never played the games, but I was able to follow the story. But it was very predictable. I don't need to pay. How many Five Nights at Freddy games are there? 1 million. I don't need to play all 1 million games. I completely was able to predict the story. It's very predictable. But I thought the plot was okay. I just thought the dialogue was awful. The person-to-person interactions, if that makes sense. Basically, good idea, but poor execution, if that makes sense. I found the lack of scares weird considering the source material. Yeah, it wasn't scary either. That's another problem. It wasn't a scary movie. And I'm like, isn't this supposed to be a horror movie? This shit was just boring. Somebody, I had said I fell asleep twice on Twitter, and then somebody, one of the Five Nights, this is how I know Five Nights at Freddy fans are weird. Them niggas is searching for anything related to Five Nights at Freddy on Twitter. Because I had a bunch of people that don't even follow me replying to my tweet. Like one person was like, it's a great movie. Maybe you were just tired. That's why you fell asleep. I was like, no, I got 9 hours of sleep. I slept for 9 hours and I woke up at like 11 a.m. and fucking watched the movie. This shit was just boring. Could not hold my fucking attention, bro. Nah, man, they was doing Barney shit. Yeah, I was like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Is there any other news we need to be aware of? Did you catch Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix? Nah. I spent all weekend as well as today working on videos. One video took me a really long time to write. It was like 8 pages or 9 pages or something. So I ran kind of long working on videos. That's why I started streaming so late. I just recorded it today. When does Invincible Season 2 come out? I know it comes out this week. Visual NyQuil had me dozing off. Yeah. Super Smash Bros. Director doesn't see how the franchise can get any bigger than Ultimate. November 4th? When is that? Is that a Friday? It's a Saturday? Or, no, the 3rd. Yeah, Friday makes sense. Sakurai pondered once again about the future of Smash Bros. Now that Ultimate has given fans almost every character in the stage it could ever want in a fighting game, from Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, whatever. He admits that he's skeptical about the development team creating another Smash Bros. Title that goes above and beyond what Ultimate did, given the strenuous circumstances his dev team went through to add more content to the game during the COVID-19 pandemic. As for what comes next for Smash Bros. Series, even I'm not sure, Sakurai said. I feel we truly succeeded in making people happy with this game. This guy's so full of shit. Let me tell you something. Yeah, sure, Sakurai is tired of maybe making Super Smash Bros., but Nintendo is not tired of making money. They're going to take your ass off the game if you don't want to do it, and they're going to put somebody on your game, and then we might get a shitty Smash Bros., and it's going to fuck up your legacy. It's the unfortunate beast of business. I feel we truly succeeded in making people happy with this game, but now that Smash Bros. Has grown to be monstrous in size, I'd say it's difficult to imagine an increase of this magnitude happening again. He added, every time we managed to make a game that I previously thought was impossible, so I can't say for certain there won't be another, but I think it would be difficult to push it any further than we have. Maybe he feels like they ran out of characters or something. Since there's going to be another Smash Bros., there's definitely means there's going to be a new console next year. Who else could they put? I mean, they put my man Shadow, put my man Knuckles in the game. There's characters they could add. If anything, I think what they should do is dial back on all the Echo characters and focus on creating original fun characters. One thing they could also do too is the online is absolutely awful in Smash Bros. That's what killed it for me. They need to focus on the quality of life changes, making a smooth online like rollback netcode. Yeah, Beautiful Joe, Rayman, Waluigi. There's characters they could add. I think add more characters and improve the quality of life changes, and people are going to eat it the fuck up, bro. I think he just doesn't want to make it. And that's okay, but just don't be surprised if Nintendo replaces you and get somebody else to make that shit. Doom God. That's just Nintendo having bad online, though. That ain't no excuse. They need to get it together. I think Nintendo's online being bad is especially bad because they don't want to support local tournaments, and now the online is bad too. Like, that's not cool. They got to do something. New Steam first-person shooter, The Finals, uses AI voices and no one likes it. Really? I didn't know that. According to a developer, Embark Studios, The Finals does in fact use AI to text speech tools for almost all of its human voices, after it was pointed out that the shooter, which is currently having an incredible popular paid test on Steam, has human voices that sound robotic. Huh, I never noticed. Let me listen. Now I'm paying attention. Did you see Kai Cenat in the Good Burger 2 trailer? That's what's up.
Now, the Kingfish, the Jet Setters, and
I guess, yeah, it does sound... It sounds just human enough, but yeah, now that I'm looking for it, it doesn't really sound human at the same time.
Finally, the powerhouses, and they are off. Well,
I think I didn't notice because when you're playing the game, all the explosions are going on. But once you just hear the audio, I was like, okay, yeah, that doesn't really 100% sound human. It's how they end the sentences. Yeah. There's not a correct flow to it.
The team that tucks away enough money first triumphs.
Scotty said it. Let's see who's got the pace to ace this race. We've got our first elimination.
Hey, them niggas said we on a budget. Get off our dick, bro. Like, that's what it really is, bro. Oh shit. I mean, this is a new studio. They probably got limited funding. They's like, look, bro. Yeah, we use AI, and we don't got money for voice actors, bro. If y'all buy the game, maybe then we could get some voice actors. Damn. Get off my dick. It's a good idea for unique commentary, though. I'm not mad at this because this is a first-person shooter. The voice acting doesn't really matter that much. It's just the announcer and then little quips here. I think I would be more upset if they did this for like a single player open. Like, imagine using AI for Peter Parker's voice in Spider-Man 2. That's ridiculous. But like for this, like, come on, y'all. Y'all niggas just want to be mad about something, bro. Get off they dick. They broke. They just trying to get their company up and running, right? We supposed to support indie games, right? Which is funny that person said that in the comment that I hate indie games. I like the finals, although I think it has problems. The finals is an indie game. It's just they're trying something new, so I like it.